What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, YouTube? Another day, another dollar, another breakdown. Yes, you know it. Another breakdown here as we break down a few stocks of the market. Oh, yes. And, we got Halloween coming up. And I got my gear ready and I'm ready to go. So with that being said, I'm going to break down a few stocks today that we talked about on Friday. I had one of my subscribers, Coco Pups, requesting some breakdowns, and we're gonna break them down a few stocks and see what we think about them. So we're gonna start with the overall market first. The overall market on the 4-hour time frame. And why do we look at the 4-hour time frame? Because that's gonna tell us a more direct view of what we're seeing overall of the overall spectrum, right? So now we look like we opened green. We opening green. So, like I said, we're curling up now, and I like that. I don't know why, but we are. Maybe we're anticipating the stimulus check, maybe the election. Let's see, stimulus, election. And that vaccine. Maybe it's a possibility we get the vaccine going on. So, it's looking pretty sharp today. Looks like it's going to be a green open as of right now, but who knows? So, with that means that mindset in perspective, we're bullish on it already, right? So, the first stock I'm looking at is LABU. Now, this to me, we have a flat bottom at 61.70. If we break that, I could start seeing it grind up further. Or we could just be going to test the 65.42 area. Now, how would I trade this? You see how I did it over here on this line? It dabbed it, and then it came down for a double bottom, and then we grind it up, right? That's what happened. We did a double bottom, and then we grind it up. So now, that's what I'm looking over here. Now, this double bottom could be different because it was a breakdown. It was a false breakdown down to the downside. And now I needed to make me another bounce on this. And then I could potentially be jumping in for the long side on LABU. But as of right now, it's still it hasn't shown exactly what we're looking for. So I would have to keep eyes on this one. Apple, baby. Looking at Apple here. Apple's earnings about to, probably is it this week? The 29th. So, yes, it's this week. We shall see what Apple's earnings is. But as we look, this line right here has been a major support. Will we break to the downside? Or will we grind to the upside? Well, I'll be honest. Apple's a gainer. It's always been a gainer. So, I'm not saying to put your money there, but I am saying, hey, we're gonna be riding the momentum. If it goes down south or if it goes up. But as of right now, I wouldn't take a trade on Apple because it's so close to earnings, and earnings can be extremely, extremely volatile. You won't have time to sell or buy if you're trying to catch the momentum. But if you're invested, then you don't really care because investing is not about earnings day. It's more about long term. So I had ARKW. We'll look at that one. What do I think about this large cap? The thing about this one, it has very little volume. Okay, when you look at the volume, it's very little. And reason why does that matter to me? Well, because if I'm trying to go in and out of a position, there needs to be buyers or sellers for me to be able to jump in and out. And I don't like trading stocks that don't have volume because they see this right here. That means if you wanted to get out of your position, you have to sell for, lower or higher, obviously, but less volume. That means there's less people. You can't get out in and out quickly. So that's the reason I don't trade stocks like this one right here because of the low volume. Now, a large cap, I need it to be above, let's see, it had to be in the millions, maybe let's see, somewhere around 5 million, yeah. It's for a 4-hour time, at least a 4-hour candle, at least, And the reason why is because then that means there's people watching it, and then the patterns are more effective whenever when there's people actually investing. I mean, putting their money in there. And that's the reason I wouldn't recommend trading stocks like low volume. Then we have ARKK, which is another one, large cap. This one has a little bit more volume. I mean, it does have a little bit more volume, but we have to go more micro. See, you could just tell it does have more volume. See, it right off the bat, all the candles are more full. So this one, I wouldn't put it, like completely, to the side, but obviously you always have to keep an eye on that because it's low volume, and short sellers can really, really mess you up on that because there's nobody out there and they could just be shorting it all the way down, and then panic happens. So I mean, overall, it's an uptrend. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's a very nice uptrend. Very nice uptrend. See that? Super uptrend. Yep. I mean, it's a solid. I mean, it's a solid uptrend. I'm not discrediting it. No, don't get me wrong. It is a solid uptrend. But unless you have any information fundamentals or any like catalysts or something like that, then I would. If you're an investor, it's just different. I'm more of a day trader, swing trader. So I don't know. This is not meeting my criteria for swing trading. ARKW, another one here. And this one you can just tell that it does not have a lot of volume. See, that candle has 200 shares. I mean, do you see that right there? That is very hard to predict, my friends, because you have very little people that you're against, basically. And I'm almost thinking they're only against computers. It's harder to make money against. You can't make. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible because it is possible, but you're going to be, trading against computers, and quite frankly, I don't see you winning. But like I said, unless you were an investor, it was different. This is actually a bullish pattern. I'll break it down basically. I mean, it's a bull. It's completely, right now it's on the consolidation area where we got a high of 64.50. If it breaks that one, I guess it would keep climbing. But as of right now, it's still stuck in that range. So you got to be careful because the downside for that is at least 13 to 14%. Okay? So, just manage your risk basically and understand the concept that, this could break to the upside, and it's holding pretty good right now. It really is. It's just been holding really good. And it could actually start correlating up to make higher highs, but I don't like the risk. The risk is too heavy. It's 14 to 15%. So you just have that in mind. Now, Snapchat. Snapchat has been a rocket ship for the past week. Holy moly. If you would have bought just that on earnings day, look at that. That would have been a massive 55%. 55% in like 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4 days. 4 days it gained 50%. That's crazy. Now, if you guys been watching my channel, I've been riding this momentum for the past three days. Past 3 days, I made over $1,000 on every day. Boom, boom, boom. Every single day. And I mean, we're gonna see how Monday opens. I mean, look, for long term, and this is the all-time high, so it's never been higher than this. This is the ultimate, I think, or maybe I'm wrong here. Hold on. Nope. Yep. That's it. We are at all-time highs, and I'm not saying that you can't make money and it can just keep on riding. I'm not saying that it can't do that because surely to God it can. It can do whatever it wants. It can keep on going to $100 if it wanted to. But the risk, think about the risk. The risk is enormous. Just how it's grinding up, it's going to come down massive. And when that happens, you got to be able to be out the rocket ship because you got to be able to evacuate and just take your gains and walk out. So what am I looking for on this, okay? What am I looking on Snapchat? I wouldn't consider this a pullback because it never touched the EMA. So this will be the first pullback for me. This one. Second pullback is, you got to trade second pullbacks a little bit different because second pullbacks can always break down, and you have a lot of fake outs on second pullbacks. But in order for me to jump for swing trade on this one, it has to prove to me, it's got to get back to the EMA and start, showing me momentum that is there's volume behind it, and that there's people that actually believe that it's going to grind higher. The pattern has to show itself to me in order for me to jump in for a long position. So, I mean, I'm still going to look on Monday tomorrow to see how I'm going to day trade this. If I go short or if I go long, which obviously right now I'm still going long because it could just keep on grinding, Don't go against the momentum. Never go against the momentum. Never. Because you'll just get squashed like a bug. MSFT. Microsoft, baby. Oh, yes. Now, this stock right here has been solid. We're approaching earnings as well, so I am not really... I mean, like Apple. Just like Apple and Microsoft, I'm just waiting on it to get past earnings, and then we'll find our direction, and then I'll start either I'm going to go short or I'm going to go long. If I'm going to go long, I'm going to invest my money for the long side. More preferably long side, but I really think, Microsoft's been good. I mean, it's been good all its whole time, so I think it ain't going to be anything different. NIO, NEO. See, I talked about this one. I knew it was going to be around $30 where it was going to start selling off. See, right now we're doing this pattern that's kind of like just very, very tight range. The risk for downside, if I was going to take a position on this, I would start taking one somewhere around here. But it's got to give me like a double bottom or something on this, and then we can grind up. Or show me a type of pattern here that it makes me feel, not feel, but just see, when I see the pattern there unfold, then I would take it. But as of right now, no, not really. Right now, it's still looking to going downside, and it's gonna make I really do believe it's either gonna gap up tomorrow or we're gonna go down and test this support line. And if we break that support line, then we have another support line. But no, I think if it touches this one, it'll grind up at least, and we'll see what happens from there. Now, workhorse. This one I was watching, and it's starting to get ready. To make a move, I think. And the reason why is because we didn't break this this support line here. We did have a fake out, and we came back up with volume. See, and then this is what I liked as well. You see that? Bears could not break this down. Bulls picked it up, and I like stuff like that. I like to see. I'm not saying it's automatically let's jump in. But this is a good startup point because it's starting to curl to the upside. And now if we break this one, man, we could be seeing a massive move to the upside again. It can all happen. We don't know yet. But Workhorse is one of the ones that I'm keeping an eye on right now. Again, I'm looking at it because it's at a good support line. It's starting to want to go back up to the north, and we could be making a head and shoulders pattern, and then boom, back up to 30, baby. So yeah, with that being said, those are the stocks that I broke down today. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and always remember, if you like one of my subscribers, if you guys put down some stocks down there, we'll break them down together, figure out the plan, basically. We got to do this together because there's no way I can do it all by myself. It's almost impossible. I'm just one person. I mean, it's just what it is. But, with your help, we can surely defeat most of Wall Street, gurus or whatever. And, we're just going to do what we do. So, yeah, with that being said, thank you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Market opens at 9:30 Eastern Time, and we'll be ready. We shall be ready.